Going live.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
You know how long it took me to figure out how to spell pomegranates? I had to like spell check myself like 5 times when I was making the title. Like, how is there an E in there in the beginning, or is it A and then another A? How
I
do you
had
spell
it marked with an I when I did my reading journal. I filled it out and I spelled it wrong. I did pomegranates and I did like an I instead of an A. And as soon as I wrote it down, I'm like, bitch, why didn't you just look at the title when you were doing that? Because
I
now it's just
know.
permanently in my reading journal spelled wrong.
I kept doing Pomegranetes, and I'm like, I I can't like change out that many more letters. Like, what is going on here?
Oh my
What is
gosh. I need spell check at all times.
I know I have Grammarly at work and it helps me.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah, because sending out letters. Hi, if you are here, jump on and say hi. Oh, there's Sam.
Let's see. Okay, I do see that we're live. Hello, Sam. All righty.
So, this book
Yes.
freaking sucked. What is going on?
What did you end up rating it?
2.5.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
rounded up to 3.
Yeah. I
Hi,
agree.
Monica. Yeah, see, it just like I think I just didn't really freaking care. I
No.
think I think well, that's kind of been my mood lately though. I don't know. I felt like nothing between them. I really could just care less.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say other than it was just boring and did nothing for me. I
Yeah.
mean, there was a lot of spice in it, but it
See,
was
even
it was
that I
great.
got bored with, and I just like
Yeah.
shuffled through that because I was like, okay, I at least can get through this book faster because I know I'm not missing anything in these scenes. So
Yeah.
let's keep
Yeah.
it on moving.
Yeah. Okay. See, Sam and I are in line.
Yeah. I did the same. I did 2.5 and I rounded up to 3. And just on Goodreads, I never specified that I did 2.5, but like in my wrap up, I'm gonna be like it was 2.5 rounded up because
Yeah. I even considered, I was like, should I rate it 3 stars? Because there were parts of it that I was like, oh, there's a lot of potential if this went a different way. But I just did not give a freaking crap.
mm-hmm.
I could have cared less. And honestly, I think it was maybe the hero. I think I just had a hard time understanding him. I thought he was very like wishy-washy in a lot of ways too, and I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Or
Yeah.
how he would be like so aggressive, which I think he was just a psychopath, but and then was randomly showing little like gentle gestures. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Nicole. That's sweet.
Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea what to make of really either of the characters. I felt like neither of them had much of like a personality at all. So like I didn't care about either of them. And then
Mhm.
also like the whole idea of him like stealing her away to this island. I like couldn't picture what this island looked like too. So I
Mhm.
think the setting like I couldn't quite understand that. And then the beef that Cal had with her dad, I
Yeah.
couldn't care less
And
about
then
that.
and then the mom, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like I
Okay,
don't
but you know what? Normally that doesn't bother me when like there's situations like that, but or if we know ahead of time, but like
Mhm.
finding out in the middle of the story, it kind of grossed me out a little bit. And I
Yeah.
don't that doesn't normally bother me, but I think the way it was put in just
Mhm.
was weird.
I was like, is this how like Sam felt when she read Birthday Girl? You know how like she doesn't like that one when it's like
Yeah, but in Birthday Girl, we know about it ahead of time that like, well,
exactly.
kind of yeah, pretty much. But this was like, oh, here's a knocker for you in the middle.
Yeah. Hi,
Hi,
Crystal.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Monica, yeah. I
Mhm.
mean it was yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is a mess. Hi, Shelly.
It was a mess. And that's why again where it's like I didn't personally enjoy it, but then I was like, well, I'll round it up because like I don't necessarily think it was like bad. I just don't think that like I liked it, you know? And that's where
Yeah.
I always struggle with ratings because it's always like my personal vibe.
Mhm.
Like that's what I base it off of. But it was just, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
really have interest in reading anything else like going on in the series at all after
me
it.
either. I think it's a lot of it's my mood too, kind of like what you said. I think I honestly, I have started so many books and just put them away and been like, I don't care about you today. It's not
Mm,
happening. And books that I've been really excited to read too. And
yeah.
I don't know it. And then it's just until I like find one that catches me. And this just, well, and really in the beginning of it, it like jumped right into like him killing her fiance and then giving her no choice but to go with him. So it
Mhm.
was like there was no build up into it. So I kind of felt like I was just guessing for a long time of why. And
Mhm.
then like the mom stuff, I was just, and then the blackmailing, I'm still
What
confused about that.
was that? So
I
was
don't
it his
know.
associate's sister?
Is what?
Was it his associate's sister that was the one that was blackmailing?
I don't know. I don't, and that's what I'm still confused about because there were times where I was like thinking it was like her family, and then girl, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I
Ugh.
even thought Violet sometimes. I was like, maybe she's in on it.
Yeah, that's honestly what I was wondering. I was like, is it her?
If you guys know, please help us. Not like we
No,
really care that much, but I
no.
just think, yeah, Monica, this is so true. It was like, I don't know, intimacy was her way of grieving or like coping with it, and it just didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that happens. That I don't know if you notice this, but I feel like in a lot of dark romances I read, though, that tends to happen.
Yeah.
But then, like the interaction afterwards itself is like it makes you like feel something of being like, oh, like this is like healing, or like this
Yeah.
is like hard for her, and like
Yeah.
this that it. I felt nothing. I felt
Yeah.
literally nothing afterwards.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
I
know.
mean, you could tell though that she was very numb to like even just like danger and bad things happening. Like she just didn't care. She didn't have a
Mhm.
moral compass in that. And you could tell she was like similar to him in that way. So I guess it makes sense that she wouldn't really show much emotion or she'd be able to like flip a switch like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wasn't comparing like, I don't think that they're similar at all. It was more like that I know Sam doesn't like Birthday Girl or like any of books where like the heroine sleeps with both like the dad and the son. So
Mhm.
then in this case, it's like the hero sleeping with like the mom and the daughter. Like
Yeah.
that's the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew what you meant. I was like, Pike is an angel, so we're
Yeah,
not gonna talk
no,
about
we love Pike here.
Pike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Well,
don't
and also,
know.
Cheyenne, did you feel like too, with them having already had an interaction previously, that it felt
Mhm.
like you were like missing that piece of the story?
Yeah, I kind of wish that would have been like the prologue almost, like
Mhm.
something letting us see that part. And because even still, I was really confused, like as to what that connection looked like for them beforehand. And then moving on to like him forcing her to marry him, basically, and
Mhm.
where they're at now. But did I really care much? No. And I think that had a lot to do with why I didn't care.
Mhm. Yep.
Did you feel like he had redeemable qualities, or what did you think?
I mean, I always think that like these dudes, it's like, yeah, they're gonna do bad things, but like I'm always thinking that there's like redeemable. So yeah, I would say sure. I don't know what they are because I couldn't care less about him, like as I
Mhm.
was reading it. So I don't know. Do you?
Uh, even when like in the epilogue when she's talking about how they're on the beach, like, and he's playing with their kid
Oh
and
yeah.
like they're laughing, she's like, "Oh, I can hear them." Like the laugh was so loud, and I'm like, "Really? What was he really that like? Was he that happy?" Because I don't see that. I
Yeah.
don't see that. I don't know. So it's maybe I don't know, maybe not. I just think he wasn't that great of a hero anyway. So it didn't matter to me if he had an ounce of good in him.
Yeah. Yeah. And also
Oh, the prequel. That's what it is.
there's a
Wait,
okay, but I don't want to have to read that too.
yeah. Yeah.
And
We
that's like a couple of
ha-
pages.
we have not done a very good job at these books.
But here's the thing, this one is like or was super popular So I actually had high hopes for this one, and I was excited to read it because like so many people loved it, and it does just kind of like circle back to the thought of like how people blow up certain books on like TikTok specifically,
Yep.
and they're not good.
That's why I don't always trust TikTok. Trust a
No.
booktuber.
Trust the booktubers.
Yeah. 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 And that's where you're going to get authentic reviews. And that's what matters. But also, I do know a lot of people that have really loved this book. And then I know a lot of people who have not liked it. So I can see how there's potential. And that's why I don't know if maybe it was just me and the stage that I'm in my reading, but I have no desire to read another thing by this book either. Or by this author. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the covers are really beautiful. They look pretty, but
yeah. And Sam's right about this too. And like TikTok, it's about views and like people just like trying what they're posting, but not actually like hearing insight into why someone likes a book or why someone didn't like a book. And that's why you need to support a booktuber or a bookstagrammer or someone.
Well, because it's like, what's going to get you a lot of views on there? You talking about how romantic this book was and like that part? Or is it going to be like from a couple of sentences taken out of context from like a super spicy scene where he's like that's going to get you the attention?
Yeah, and when I'm going to pick up a book, I want to know what to expect from it. And just like people want to know with trigger warnings and things like that. That's why we do that on BookTube. That's why we talk about books and review them, because you want to know all the ins and outs. And are we going to be the same as someone else? Probably not. Like what you're going to like is not necessarily going to be what I like, but I don't know. Now I'm preaching. It just bothers me.
I was going to say no hate book talk, but I just think it's different formats for different kinds of books.
Yes. And I mean, I still use TikTok. I don't really know how. And like, it's a good tool, I think. But as far as like genuine recommendations, I think Bookstagram and BookTube is your best bet.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I get most of mine.
Right.
Like, I read one that was in your like Kindle library tour or whatever recently. Have you read it yet? Kick by C.D. Rice.
No, but I saw it was on my TBR and I saw your review for it and I was like, pushing it back.
I hated it. But again, that was not like you read. It was just like, this is what's in my Kindle library. And I was like, oh, this sounds really good. Garbage. But that's like, I like watching other people's videos and seeing what like you guys are reading. And I don't know. I just trust that more than like a few seconds of a quote taken out of context, you know?
Yeah, I even saw like Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life. She put in her video today, she was talking about how she finds a lot of like really good authors and book recommendations just by like scrolling through KU and her Kindle.
Yeah.
That's what I do too. I'll just like randomly look for ones that I've never heard of, authors I've never heard of, and I read reviews too, because those are important to me. But like that's a really great tool to utilize that I feel like a lot of people don't think about. But KU is amazing.
It is. That's one subscription I will quite literally never cancel.
Well, what did I just do? I just tried to print something. Okay.
Hopefully you can figure out the printer.
Shelly, what are you talking about? Which books are you talking about?
I think all of our book club books.
Oh, okay. Is she talking about just our book club ones? Okay. I thought she was meaning like there's specific ones that we read other than that.
Because we've had a lot. Have we had one? We haven't had a single 5-star.
I know. I don't even think I've given one a 4-star.
I gave Lola and the Millionaires 4 stars, and I think I rounded up In Flight, but that's like a true 3.5. It's not like a 4. It's a true 3.5. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's some. Oh wait, what did everyone think of the book? Yeah, that seems like something he would have done.
Yeah.
The blood play doesn't bother me, but he just was fascinated over her scar too, and I was like, okay, yeah, we know it. We know you put it there.
Yeah, it's not my personal favorite, but I also don't mind it.
Yeah, I liked it in Den of Vipers.
Oh my gosh. Or in Twist.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's the best
Yes.
right there.
Yes. Oh yeah, Elite Kings Club, girl. That's manic, but yes, Lizzo. KU is amazing. Yeah. Well, okay, so in case you guys didn't see in our like TBR videos, we did talk about how we're gonna do once a month, we said, right? Once a
Like
month?
month by month, kind of.
Yeah, we talked about once a month or every other month or something. So we'll post. So in December, we're going to post what our January pick is for the book club. And that way you guys we're just going to do it a month ahead of time because, we're not being very successful with these picks and we want to deliver on the SMUT. And I feel like this is probably how we can do that.
Mm-hmm. And we're both mood readers. So like we want to be able to like, hey, what's shown up recently that we're both like really interested in rather than doing like 6 months.
And I think kind of like, well, I know like our pick in January is going to be more new release, but and McKay, you can testify to this too. I kind of want to like step out of the box a little bit and like maybe try authors that aren't as popular and a little more indie published ones that, may deliver on the SMUT too, and then give you guys a chance to like check other authors and their books out.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, you got to get there.
We'll just have to read to find out, won't you?
Yeah.
But yes, in the 4th book.
Twist. Yes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when new books come out, I'm like jumping on the chance to read them right away. And then others, like the new Candy Steiner Quarterback Sneak. Normally all of her books, I haven't read that still.
Really?
I don't really feel the desire to read it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm really in the mood for sports romances and then others I'm not.
I feel like the only authors that like I legitimately read their books the day they drop are Penelope Douglas and QB Tyler. Otherwise, it's more like when I feel like getting to them, then I kind of, unless it's in a series that like ended with a cliffhanger that I'm like really looking forward to or something. But otherwise, it's just like when I feel like reading them, I'll read them.
Yeah. I mean, Elsie Silver, she could write her bedtime story and I would read it. I just love everything that she writes. And Amo. I did read Wicked, and yeah, you have to read that.
I will. Hopefully next year.
I want to know your thoughts.
For sure next year.
I know, it is. I know.
I loved Heartless, though. That was a vibe.
Wasn't it so good? I still think, I was telling Sam yesterday, I'm like, I swear I keep picturing them as like actual people in my head. Like they're out there somewhere in the world because they're not. They're not.
They're right there. They're right there for you.
they're here. I'm a buckle bunny, okay?
Oh, dude.
Oh, Anastasia. Yeah, that one's I have not read Sophie Lark, so I can't hop on that hype, but I know everybody's excited. But we're going to read Sophie Lark. I just bought the first audiobook. So
did you?
Yeah. Look at me. I'm just like cranking out the audiobooks now. That's my thing.
Yeah. So you're liking that. Have you been reading most of yours in audio right now?
Pretty much. I've been reading like at least 3 or 4 audiobooks a week. Probably like 3, about 3. Nice. I'm reading more now that I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly going, so it's just easier.
Yeah. I'm loving the hey, stop. I'm loving the after audiobooks because it's like a new experience with the same story and it's so good.
And the narrator of After We Collided, he like uses Hardin's accent. I love it.
Yeah.
And I feel like he does it pretty well too. Like,
yeah.
I don't even remember the name of the or the narrator, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an accent in real life.
I think it's Shane West. Shane
Yes,
East.
Shane West. Shane East, yeah. Shane West. That's a walk to remember.
It is. Oh my God. That's probably why that first popped into my head.
I know. Are there any authors that you need to own all their paperbacks? Oh, shoot. Every time I think of all my favorites, I draw a blank. And then I look at my shelf and I'm like, oh, that's right.
Well, I have all of Penelope Douglas's books. I have all of QB Tyler's, and I think all of Anna Huang's, except for her like young adult series. Though, and I guess almost all of Lucia Franco's.
Yeah, same with Lucia Franco. I have all of like Julie Ann, Sarah Kate, Amo. I pretty much have all of Amo's books. Candy Steiner.
Cora
Elsie.
Riley, I just have like 2 that I don't own physically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a lot, like there's a lot that I am missing though in some of my favorite authors backlists.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot.
Collect them eventually. That's how I kind of feel like with Fiona Cole. Like I love her and like she's one of my favorites, but it's just like I'm just slowly whenever I feel like buying something, then it's like okay, then buy one of her books. Like just slowly.
Yeah. And I have a lot of favorite authors too who I like some of their books and not all of them. Mm-hmm. So even the ones that I love of theirs, I don't own because I either read them a while ago and never bought the paperback. And I'm like, well, it's not fresh in my head now. So I have no desire to buy it again.
Yeah. Well, he does a good Harden.
He sure does. All right. So next month, well, December, Haven by Rebecca Weatherspoon. This is going to be a good one. I have a feeling.
I'm hoping.
I need a mountain man.
We deserve a good one. And also the fact that it's like Beards and Bondage series, like deliver that, please.
Yeah. And some good force proximity. Like I need like a heater to go out or something like that. like something.
Yeah.
I'm reading a Megan Quinn book right now. I know you don't read Megan Quinn, but I've been like she got me on my slump, so I'm reading another one by her. And it's like the Royally Not Ready. So she's like finding out she's supposed to take over this like entire kingdom and like be made queen. So she's like a wet t-shirt contest girl. So she like has a whole like bikini truck and everything. So she's totally not the person who would take over something like that. So she has to be trained. And she's like staying in this rundown castle with the guy who's the hero, and he's the one who's training her. And like the bathroom is broken. It's like a Jack and Jill bathroom, and it's like stuck. There's just dust everywhere. Like the door doesn't shut all the way. And I'm like waiting. I'm waiting for the moments because it's coming. It's coming. What's happening over there?
He's trying to pull the Christmas lights down. Sorry. That's naughty. That sounds amazing. First of all, because that sounds like Princess Diaries-esque.
It is, yeah. It's supposed to be.
Now. And then the force proximity make it even better. Ugh. No. I'm not reading anything right now, but so I don't know because I finished another one of those holiday Christmas novellas earlier that I'm doing for a reading vlog. Yeah. So the first one, Stocking Stuffer, was like enjoyable. Like it was like a fun experience. Like, was it good? No, but like it was enjoyable at least to like read because it was like so outlandish. But the one that I read Hark the Herald's Angels Moan. And that was quite literally one of the worst reading experiences I've ever had. So I'm like, I need something good.
We get to see this too, right? We get to watch this. Okay. I'm ready for it.
Let me just tell you this. The heroine's name was Tinka Bell. And I feel like that's all that you need to know.
So, God, I think I might need to read this book.
So literally no. 12 out of 10 would not recommend. But so with that said, I need to start something new tonight. So I'm either going to start Brutal Prince, I think, like jump into Sophie Lark, because I feel like that's going to be here before we know it, or Vibe by Liza James.
I love Liza James.
I'm excited. I've never read anything by her before.
I like her book Meant for More. She's a really angsty writer. You like angst, so you like it.
Yes, I do.
Crystal.
It was literally horrible. Like I would compare it to like I was as miserable as I was reading The Wild by Kay Webster.
What about Distorted? Wait, what did you think of the Nyla K book you read?
Yeah, I gave it 3 stars. It was definitely better than Distorted. There was no slurs or homophobia in it, so like I guess snaps and claps for that. But it was just so not executed well. And then at the like it didn't even make sense. And then at the end in our author's note, it was like, you get like you see more hints on the reread, and it's like I'm not rereading this. And it was kind of like if you weren't paying attention, like then you're not going to get it. And it's like, don't make me feel stupid for not understanding your writing because like you didn't write it clear enough. So
yeah.
Oh no. I think I will give like one last shot with Push because like I've had a lot of people tell me that like I would like that one. But
Woman, are you gonna take my recommendation or no?
Cheyenne, if I like Push,
the botched cover, the botched cover. I know.
That cover is cool. That's literally atrocious.
I'm just like, it's not there. There's nothing to see.
So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm just not in any rush to try another one of her books right now.
I know.
So.
Yeah. Well, that sucks. You burnt yourself out on that.
Yeah.
Reindeer Falls.
Oh, I read one of those a couple of years ago. It was like The Boss Who Stole Christmas, I think it was called, or something. It was cute.
I don't know if I've read that. I need to look that up.
Yeah, I think I think his name is like Nick and she's like Holly or something. And he's her boss. And they end up having to take a trip overseas somewhere to like go to this little like Christmassy town for like research or something. And of course they like fall in love. It's a cute time.
Shelly, I have not read this, but Amo is writing a reverse harem right now.
Oh, is she?
She just posted it. Let me see. Because I think I shared it. Shoot, where is it at? She put like, and the tropes. I think it's like a surfer or something. Something like way out of, Boneyard, Tides, and Phantom Crush. 3 M's, 1 F. They are hers and she is theirs. Yep. I don't know, but it's going to be good.
Is that her first one?
What?
Is that her first one?
Menage.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Because Elite Kings Club, I thought it was going to be reverse harem, but it was not. And but actually I'm glad it wasn't. It's good. You still need to read that. You have a lot of books to read. Let's go, girl.
I know.
I have a lot of books to read too. And then I go to pick up a new book and I'm like, I have nothing to read. How does that happen? Yeah. How does that happen? Like you suddenly just forget everything that you should be reading.
Yeah. And I feel like this is what happens though. Like with those I've had Silver Swan on my TBR for like 2 years at this, like before COVID, or no, probably like right around COVID. But then I like read other books, and then I like read other authors and I'm like, I want to like explore their backlist. It just like always gets buried farther and farther and farther down.
Yep.
Too many books, not enough time.
Yep. Yes. Me and McKay are going to that.
We shall be there.
A lot of us are going.
Who is like
me, you, Sam, Nikki's going, right? Nikki got tickets. Yeah. Caitlin, Jess, Tori. Did Tori get a ticket? She did get a ticket, right?
I think she did.
Or she was thinking about it.
Zay's going.
Zay's going, yeah. And then I don't know. I'm probably brain farting and missing someone, but
Wait, so is Sam going? Because I thought that she had left the group chats. Then I was like, oh, is she not going?
no, she's going. She just ended up buying her own ticket.
Gotcha.
Yep. So she is going. I know. I'm excited. I want to go to
2024 because it's like I can't do more things in 2023. It's like
I thought it was in 2023.
Yeah.
I thought it was. And then Max is like, dang, look at you. Like, he's like, you going somewhere in February, you're going to South Carolina, you're going to Book Bonanza. And I'm like, just leave me alone. Let me do all these fun things. And I'm like, oh, it's not even until 2024. Thank God I almost booked a hotel too.
Oh, you did book a hotel for that already?
I almost did for 2023.
Oh, I was like, dang, you already booked one out for 2024. That's crazy.
Oh, Tabitha. I have like started listening to the previews because I purchased a couple of audiobooks that I was like, I cannot even stomach through this right now. It's so bad.
And is there any sort of like grace period after you buy one that you can return it or no?
I don't know what the grace period is, but I know that you can return them. I know that you're not supposed to, but I've done it.
Are you going to read oh, that's nice. Are you going to read Where the Mountains Meet the Sea by A.R. Breck?
I don't know. I saw you loved it, and Sam was like, "This is not a romance," and she's like,
"No, it's not. It's not. I've been careful. I've never said that it was because, like, I don't want people."
I was like, "That's probably why McKay was like, do not expect an HEA." So I don't know.
Because what? Oh, I was like FaceTiming with Nikki, and she was like, "Did you see that Sam read that?" Because I was talking about how like me and Tori had both read it, because she wants to read it too, and she was like, "I saw Sam gave it 1 star on Goodreads," and I was like, "No."
Yeah, you went and looked.
I did. I was like, I need to go look at this, and then I saw that, and I was like, tragic.
I mean, maybe. Wait, I did it.
Like
she returned it. Yeah.
How are the narrators on the audiobook for Promises and Pomegranates?
It was good. Who was it? Aiden Snow. Wait. I didn't mind it at all. Let me see. I can't remember. No, Rock Angle? I don't know. I didn't mind him. Yeah, Rock Angle. I didn't mind. I'm still learning all the names.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to have a really big sale though. So then I can just like buy all of the things.
Yeah.
Because the last sale they had, I just bought like some of my favorites. Like I bought Flock and Birthday Girl and a couple of those ones that I can reread. But
yeah.
So, all right. Well, Haven by Rebecca Weatherspoon for December. And then we'll be announcing our January read since we're coming to the end of the books that are on our video that we posted. So we won't be doing it like that anymore. But so if you're not following us on Instagram, same as our channel names, right? We'll post them there.
Yep.
Shelly, I like Teddy Hamilton. And what is that other guy's name? You guys know. I talked about it in a video. What did I like? What's his name? He's got like almost like a pen name. What do you call it? They call him something else. Nope, that's not it. I don't know. It'll come to me. So, well, it's not Sebastian New York. I like Sebastian New York. But not that one. I don't know. Who knows? See, I'm still learning. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm excited. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and talking about this awful book. Not awful. I should not say that.
Just not the vibe book.
It was a good run.
Yeah. At least it was short. Serpent and White was like what 465 pages or something, but it was just like so heavy that I think it was like 10 hours to read on Kindle, and it was at least this was shorter than that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, hopefully this one will be good. I think this will be a good change of pace. It's like a totally different type of setting for a book too, and something new. Give us all those like winter vibes too with some snow.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, this can be our Christmas read. You know, I'm not really feeling Christmas books this year. I have some on my TBR and I keep looking at them and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna happen right now.
I don't really do like the Christmas, like the Hallmarky like Christmas books. It's more like the little like novellas that give me just enough taste of it.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Well, thank you to everybody in the comments for coming and hanging out with us and talking about this book. We will see you guys next month for Haven by Rebecca Weatherspoon for SMUT Club.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.